Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Hager number 5109 drop plate in a dark bronze finish. So drop plates, and there are different types of drop plates, so you have to review them and know what your application is. But a typical drop plate is going to be used in a scenario where you simply don't have enough real estate on the door or on the frame to install the door closer body. Okay, a very common scenario would be an aluminum storefront door where you are installing the closer in a top jam mount, and you do not have adequate header height to get the body onto. Another common scenario is where you do not have adequate top rail for a parallel arm mount to attach the body to. Okay, very common. So let's start with let's start with a review of the different drop plates. And I'm going to take this out of the package right now, I guess. There's a link below this video to the document called 5100 Series Product Catalog. Lots of different holes in there, but after you study that, it's going to be quite obvious what you need them all for. Obviously, these 4 holes are going to, 5 holes, forgive me, going to allow you to get that plate mounted onto the door. The rest of the holes are going to allow you to attach the body to the door, and they're drilled and tapped. It's a heavy piece of hardware, weighs almost 3 pounds. So let's take a look at that document, and we're doing a 5109 here. Open up that document and do a find function on your keyboard, and you'll eventually get to it. So, there are, as you can see, at least 4 drop plates, and you need to study them. And if you have any questions on definitions, like what does it mean regular arm mount? What does it mean parallel arm mount? There has to be a base understanding of those definitions, so you just simply choose the right one. The 5109 is a regular arm mount required for hinge side mount when top rail is less than 3 3/4. Plate requires 2-inch minimum top rail. So in the 2 prior scenarios, I did not mention a regular arm mount. In this scenario, you're going to have likely an aluminum storefront door where you've got a small amount of top rail up at the top. It could be 2-inch. The door is mounted on the pull side of an in-swinging door, and there's simply not enough real estate to get these holes mounted for that body. You can catch the top ones, but you won't catch the bottom ones. And then, if you recall, so that gets us when we're below 3 3/4 inch, but a minimum of 2-inch. So you'll note that these holes, if you drew a line from here to here and from here to here, that's where that 2-inch is going to come into play. Then your 3 3/4, when you get below that, you can see that you're not going to be able to get the body installed. Okay. If you know that you're doing a regular arm mount, that's it. That's the plate for you, because the other ones are different. The parallel arm mount we discussed, the drop plate with a low clearance, that would be a scenario very common where you want to top jam mount the closer, the body on the header, the shoe on the face of the door, but the sealing condition doesn't allow you to take the body and stick it up onto the header, because it will project up, because the height of the closer body is greater than the header face dimension. So that'll drop all that down. And then the 5115 is a scenario that we described earlier. If you're getting into aluminum storefront, you want to take a look at the 5113 when you are doing a parallel arm installation and you have a blade stop, just a thin piece of metal, maybe with a piece of pile inserted into it and a parallel arm bracket. You need to have a block sit inside of there so the parallel arm bracket doesn't tip back on you. So there's lots of different ways to install stuff. Different brackets permit different installations, such as a transom installation where the door and frame are flush with each other. You'd certainly need a special bracket situation for that. And that's all detailed there in that product catalog, along with every other possible item available from Hager. When it comes to the 5100 series, the plates are available in all of the finishes: dark bronze, DBZ, A sprayed bronze, light bronze, that'd be number 2. Aluminum and gold. Just some dimensional properties. About 12 and 5/16 overall width. About 3 and 5/8. And I bet this is every bit of 3/16 thick. A very thick piece of steel, as you could expect it would need to be to mount a door closer onto. Okay. There are some templates down below. A drop plate template will give you all of those dimensional properties that we've just gone over and more. And by all means, review that. Reality check is always great. It needs to make sense in your head before you proceed. So looking at these templates will allow you to understand it better in terms of what's happening. Both of those templates are there. Okay. And then finally, there is a link below this video. Well, almost finally. You're getting screws for everything. Okay. You'll get screws to attach your closer to the item itself. You're going to get screws to attach the plate. You get 2 different types of threads on that. I can see that there is a coarse thread like what's here. I can see that there is a fine thread like what's here. So metal or wood should work for you really well. And then finally, there is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Hager products that we sell, links to the catalog and other encyclopedic documents from Hager, and then a link to the manufacturer's website as well. I'm partial to Hager, and it's because I'm, for a number of reasons. They are a comprehensive provider of material. If you are a contractor or a distributor, you can purchase practically everything for the door opening that you need, with the exception of the door and frame, it seems. Hinges, locks, closers, exit devices, electrified hardware, weather stripping, ancillary hardware like signage, filler plates for steel doors and frames, etc. Comprehensive provider. Their technical support people are always accommodating. Their customer service people are always accommodating. And it's a name that is synonymous with industry acceptance, familiarity, and overall a decent quality product. There's no doubt. Any questions on the Hager, their part number 5109 dark bronze drop plate, or any other Hager product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.